Aw yeah, Harry Potter fam. I'm back with another special lesson for you. Today, we'll see Harry and his classmates in herbology class in their second year at Hogwarts. Herbology is a real science that studies herbs and medicinal plants. In the Wizarding world, it studies magical plants, as we'll see in today's scene. This will be a great opportunity for you to learn some specific vocabulary in English about plants and gardening. As you probably already know, this is one of the great things about learning English with different movies and series. They give you all sorts of real-life situations that can be useful in gaining English fluency. Are you ready for some fun? Let's dive in!
Morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Professor Sprout.
Welcome to Greenhouse 3 second years. Now gather round, everyone. Today we're going to repot mandrakes. Who here can tell me the properties of the mandrake root? Yes, Miss Granger.
Mandrake, or mandragora, is used to return those who've been petrified to their original state. It's also quite dangerous. The mandrake's cry is fatal to anyone who hears it.
Excellent. 10 points to Gryffindor. Now, as our mandrakes are still only seedlings, their cries won't kill you yet, but they could knock you out for several hours, which is why I've given each of you a pair of earmuffs for auditory protection. So could you please put them on right away? Quickly. Morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Professor Sprout.
So here we meet the herbology professor at Hogwarts, Professor Pomona Sprout. Sprout is her surname, but it is also a word in English. In the context of plants, to sprout is to begin to develop leaves and other parts, as we can see here happening with this plant. By the way, did you know that professor and teacher do not mean the same thing? In the real world, professor is a title normally given to a teacher at a university or college because they have more studies than a normal teacher. Teacher is a more general word, which refers to the professional who educates others. However, in the world of Harry Potter, the teachers at Hogwarts are called professors, even though they teach young children.
Morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Professor Sprout.
By the way, the children tell her good morning, but did you notice that her greeting before was simply morning?
Morning, everyone.
It's extremely common for natives to drop the word good in these common greetings. So instead of good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, we will simply say morning, afternoon, evening, night. Example: evening, do you know what you would like to drink? Check out these other examples.
Afternoon, men. Sheldon.
Evening, officer.
Evening. License and registration, please.
Morning, hey. How's my favorite genius and his little robot buddy? Huh?
Don't touch him.
Okay.
Morning. Good morning.
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 Morning, Paul.
Hey, do you want to learn more about how natives really speak in everyday situations while having fun with your favorite TV series? Well, then our Fluent with Friends course is perfect for you. You will learn to understand how natives really speak with lessons that follow along with the 48 episodes of the first 2 seasons of Friends, which various studies have shown is the best series out there for learning English. You can try it for free right now with our 3-part mini course. All you have to do is click up at the top or down in the description below to learn more and sign up. And if you do, I hope you'll really enjoy it.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Professor Sprout.
Welcome to Greenhouse 3 second years.
As we can hear Professor Sprout say, this herbology class is taking place at greenhouse number 3. A greenhouse is a building that usually looks like a house, but that has roofs and sides made of glass, used for growing plants that need warmth and protection. And as you probably know, she refers to the students as second years, as they are in their second year of studies at Hogwarts.
Welcome Welcome to Greenhouse 3 second years. Now gather round, everyone.
To gather is to bring together things or people at one location. Example, we gathered a lot of apples from the trees. All the people gathered to watch the show.
It was dark times, Harry, dark times. Voldemort started to gather some followers, brought him over to the dark side.
So Professor Sprout is asking the students to gather around her so she can start the class. Also, to gather around is a common phrasal verb, and it can normally be heard as a command by itself. Example, gather around, the show is about to start.
Follow me, everyone. Keep up. Quickly, come on. Gather round here. Welcome to the Gryffindor Common Room.
Today we're going to repot mandrakes. Who here can tell me the properties of the mandrake root?
The root of a plant is the part that grows down into the earth to get water and nutrients, and holds the plant firmly into the ground. The professor is asking about the properties, that is, the characteristics or attributes of a mandrake. And this is what a real mandrake root looks like. Now, in the wizarding world, the mandrake root is magical, and it looks alive and moves just like a human baby. In this class, the students are going to repot mandrakes. To pot is a specific verb used in gardening, which means to put a plant or seed into a pot with soil. So to repot just means to move a plant that has already been potted into a new pot. This is normally done in order to give plants more space to grow as they change in sizes.
Today we're going to repot mandrakes. Who here can tell me the properties of the mandrake root? Yes, Miss Granger.
Mandrake, or mandragora, is used to return those who've been petrified to their original state.
In fantasy stories, if somebody or something is petrified, they or it is turned into stone. For example, these creatures were petrified and became like statues. In the real world, this word also means to be extremely frightened, or so terrified that you are unable to move. Example, she felt petrified when her mom found cigarettes in her room. So every single week we make lessons with movies like Harry Potter, series like Friends, and interviews with celebrities like Taylor Swift so that you can understand fast-speaking natives without getting lost, without missing the jokes, and without subtitles. For example, this subscriber says that he's improving his English by watching one of our lessons every single day. And we can help you on your path to fluency too. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button and the bell down below so you don't miss a single one of our new lessons.
It's also quite dangerous. The mandrake's cry is fatal to anyone who hears it.
If something is fatal, it causes death. For example, a stunning spell is not fatal, as it just leaves the target unconscious, that is, not awake. On the other hand, Avada Kedavra is a fatal spell, as it is used for killing the target. Professor Sprout is saying that the mandrake's cry kills anyone who hears it.
Now, as our mandrakes are still only seedlings, their cries won't kill you yet.
A seedling is a very young plant, still in its initial phase of growth.
But they could knock you out for several hours, which is why I've given each of you a pair of earmuffs for auditory protection. So could you please put them on right away? Quickly!
To knock someone out means to cause or force them to become unconscious or to go to sleep. For example, the stunning spell Stupefy can be used to knock out opponents, or in a boxing match, you lose if you get knocked out. This is also abbreviated to a KO.
Is it dead?
I don't think so. Just knocked out.
In the scene, she is saying that these mandrakes are still very young, so hearing their cry will not kill you, but it will leave you unconscious.
But they could knock you out for several hours, which is why I've given each of you a pair of earmuffs for auditory protection.
As you can already see the students wearing them, earmuffs are a pair of ear coverings such as these, which protect your ears against loud noises or cold temperatures. Auditory is an adjective more used in medical contexts that defines anything involving hearing, like an auditory disease or auditory equipment.
So could you please put them on right away?
When talking about clothing or items that you can wear, to put something on simply means to start wearing something. For example, Hogwarts students need to put their black robes on to go to class.
What is it? Some kind of cloak.
Well, let's see then. Put it on.
Whoa!
So could you please put them on right away?
Right away or straight away means immediately, right now.
Are you okay?
No, I think my arm's broken.
Not to worry, Harry. I will fix that arm of yours straight away.
Now remember, any sign of movement, close your eyes straight away.
Flaps tight down and watch me closely. You grasp your mandrake firmly. You pull it sharply up out of the pot. Got it? And now you dunk it down into the other pot and pour a little sprinkling of soil to keep him warm. Longbottom's been neglecting his earmuffs.
No, ma'am. He's just fainted.
Yes, well, just leave him there. Right, on we go. Plenty of pots to go around. Grasp your mandrake and pull it up. Flaps tight down and watch me closely.
By flaps, she's referring to these parts of the earmuffs. Something that is tight is firmly or closely fixed in place, not easily moved. For example, this is a loose knot and this is a tight knot. Tight is an adjective. The verb is to tighten. So if you tighten something down, you are making it more tight.
Flaps tight down and watch me closely.
To watch closely is to pay attention to a situation that interests or worries you, as to see how it develops. Example: the presentation will only be explained once, so watch it closely.
You grasp your mandrake firmly.
Literally, to grasp something is to take it into your hand and hold it, as she does with the mandrake. Another useful and practical definition of this word means to understand something. Example: do you grasp what I'm saying? I didn't really grasp all the parts of the professor's lecture. Can you help me to understand it?
It's impossible to grasp just how powerful love is.
You grasp your mandrake firmly. You pull it sharply up out of the pot.
To pull something out is to take something out of the interior of something, like to pull your notebook out of your backpack or to pull your wallet out of your pocket.
Godric Gryffindor.
It would take a true Gryffindor to pull that out of the hat.
In this case, she's pulling the mandrake out of the pot. Have you seen all of our Harry Potter lessons yet? Well, you can find all of our lessons with the movies and interviews by clicking up at the top or down in the description below after you finish this video.
You pull it sharply up out of the pot.
To perform a movement sharply is to do it in a quick, intense, or sudden way.
Got it? And
one of the possible meanings of the verb to get is to understand, much like the verb grasp that we saw before. Example: if they aren't getting it, explain it in a different way.
And you? Are you coming or are you staying? Fine. I get it. I saw you two the other night.
Ron, that's nothing.
Got it?
So you can informally ask got it, meaning the same as do you understand?
Now you dunk it down into the other pot and pour a little sprinkling of soil to keep him warm.
To dunk something into a place such as a cup, jar, or pot is simply to put something inside of that recipient in a vigorous way. For example, you might dunk cookies in milk or coffee. To pour something is normally used to refer to making a substance flow out of a container and into another container. For example, I spilled some milk while pouring it into the bowl. In the case of this scene, she means that she's taking the soil from one pot and adding it to another. A sprinkling is a small amount of drops or particles of a substance, for example, sprinklings of water or sand. This comes from the verb to sprinkle, which means to drop small amounts of something onto or into something else. So we could also say that Professor Sprout is sprinkling soil into the pot.
Now you dunk it down into the other pot and pour a little sprinkling of soil to keep him warm. Longbottom's been neglecting his earmuffs.
If you are responsible for something and you neglect it, that means you do not give it the necessary attention or care. In this case, the professor thinks Neville did not take care to wear his earmuffs properly, and because of that, he became unconscious.
Longbottom's been neglecting his earmuffs.
No, ma'am. He's just fainted.
To faint is to suddenly become unconscious for a short time, usually falling down. Example, she faints every time she sees blood.
Plenty of pots to go around. Grasp your mandrake and pull it up.
If there is plenty of something, there is an amount that is enough or more than enough for what will be needed. For example, if you go to a party and there's plenty of food, that means there's lots of food and that it should be enough to feed everyone there.
Morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Professor Sprout.
Welcome to Greenhouse 3 second years. Now gather round, everyone. Today we're going to repot mandrakes. Who here can tell me the properties of the mandrake root? Yes, Miss Granger.
Mandrake, or mandragora, is used to return those who've been petrified to their original state. It's also quite dangerous. The mandrake's cry is fatal to anyone who hears it.
Excellent. 10 points to Gryffindor. Now, as our mandrakes are still only seedlings, their cries won't kill you yet, but they could knock you out for several hours, which is why I've given each of you a pair of earmuffs for auditory protection. So could you please put them on right away? Quickly. Flaps tight down and watch me closely. You grasp your mandrake firmly. You pull it sharply up out of the pot. Got it? And now you dunk it down into the other pot and pour a little sprinkling of soil to keep him warm. Longbottom's been neglecting his earmuffs.
No, ma'am. He's just fainted.
Yes, well, just leave him there. Right, on we go. Plenty of pots to go around. Grasp your mandrake and pull it up.
Awesome job today. Hope you understood a lot better that second time around and got 100% on the quiz. Remember, we're here to help you on your path to fluency, so be sure to check out this other video that I know you're going to love and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new lessons with Harry Potter and other movies and series that you're going to really enjoy. Now it's time to go beyond the classroom and live your English. Aw, yeah.